Do you know what is the fastest way to fail when it comes to fitness goals? It's by following the advice of that influencer with the body you desire: low body fat, toned body, or skinny. And she's really got what you're trying to achieve. And I know it sounds logical. If I follow her advice, I would reach something similar of what she did. Yeah, it sounds logical, but it it's one of the worst mistakes you can do. And this is what this episode is about. You understand why I'm saying that and what to do instead. Instead of trying to copy the routine, workouts, or eating plans of girls with perfect bodies, because that doesn't assure that you will achieve a perfect body. That actually can delay you and frustrate you if you're trying to do and you don't accomplish. So what you do instead. All right. So I think it's worth mentioning the abundance of advice nowadays when it comes to fitness, when it comes to anything. But we're talking about fitness, especially fitness for moms, which is different. You don't have the time. You don't have. There is no way for you to commit in the way they do. Especially the hardest part is not knowing how to identify what is a good advice or not for you. All right, because I'm not saying here everything I'm saying, everything the 20 Minute Fit Mom advocates is the best way, and everything else is crap. That's not what I'm saying. What I always say is that the approach that I am introducing for you is the most time efficient way for you, a person with no time, just like me. I work from home. I have my clients. I homeschool, I could say, my daughter. She's 2 years old, and I'm teaching her how to read, introducing to different language. At the same time, I'm working on my business and doing everything else. So I understand what you're going through. You don't have the time. You don't have the time to apply regular fitness advice. Okay? I don't have it either. I did in the past, not anymore. So what is good for you is something that's going to deliver you good results with less investment. Okay? Less time investment. And that's not what you see in average with fitness influencers. When you see that the body that you want to achieve, it's usually high volume workout with high protein diet and things that are not convenient for you as a mom, as a family person. Okay. So identifying the first topic that I want to approach, identify the best advice for you is probably the first obstacle that you'll face, because I know how to identify what is more time saving, what is less time saving, because I have the background. I'm a dietitian, I'm a strength coach, I'm a former bodybuilder. I've applied on myself and on clients different methods involving higher volume, less volume. So I know what to expect from each kind of approach. All of them will work if you commit to it, but what is going to deliver more results with less time? So you don't know how to do that. The second thing is that there is something that you need to understand about influences. When I started saying that is the worst mistake, is because, again, it involves a lot of time for you to follow that kind of advice. And influencers, they do it, they make us a living, okay? Taking care of their physique, working out, preparing food, and everything else is part of their profession. Okay, that's what they do for a living. So that's why they can devote more time, and they pretend that they are devoting more time just to make it look, wow, that person's life is hard. So I admire that person because it's so hard. She does so many things, and sometimes she's doing less than what you're seeing. But you have to show something on social media, on camera, and also that's another thing. They do more sometimes, less than what it seems. Okay. Another things that I want to approach, and this is probably the thing that you've never thought about because you're not into bodybuilding. And I always explain, okay, I'm a man. I was a bodybuilder, a natural bodybuilder, and I know how it works because in bodybuilding, there is no one, if you compare sports, with more muscle and lower body fat than a bodybuilder. Whether it's a man or a woman, okay, bodybuilders are the ones with more muscle, with the most muscle and lower body fat. So when it comes to advice to build muscle and lose fat, get lean, the tone body that you want, there is where the information is. Okay, so don't think that because I'm a man, because I was a bodybuilder, or because that person is giving you an advice, that doesn't work for me because I'm not a bodybuilder. Yes, everybody is trying to bodybuild. I mean, you are a bodybuilder. If you're trying to decrease your body fat, you're trying to increase your lean muscle, you are a bodybuilder. Okay, you're not a competitor bodybuilder, but you are a bodybuilder. A mom bodybuilder. Okay, so everything I say about bodybuilding applies to you. It's important to understand that there are no differences between men and women when it comes to nutrition and exercise science. Okay, so everything that it works for me is going to work for you as well. The difference is that because of genetics, bone structure, hormones, and other things, your body will respond better, different than mine. Okay, but the advice is the same. The workout is the same. Okay. That being said, there are a few things that I want to mention that I learned in bodybuilding. Okay, the first factor that differentiates you and an influencer is genetics. Okay, most influencers, most bodybuilders, okay, most people who are working with their bodies, okay, are working with their physique, they became bodybuilders or models or anything because of their genetics. They were naturally muscular, naturally lean, even without doing anything. So that made the person to decide to be a bodybuilder, to be an influencer, to be something, because you see, hey, my body responds better to this here. What if I put more effort and all? So that person, usually a fitness influencer, a bodybuilder, a person with an excellent physique, has always been in shape, even before exercising, even without anything, just genetically gifted. This is gifted. This is in bodybuilding. There are guys with a crazy potential for muscle building and strength. So they look great, even not doing an excellent workout and an excellent eating plan. Okay? And this happens with influencers as well. So that's the main reason why they look those women, they look much better than the average women, than the average moms, even if they don't do any exercise. Genetics. Also, in the case of men, is performance enhancing drugs. Okay, in bodybuilding, that's something undeniable. You can't say anything about it. Not nowadays. Maybe a few decades ago, but nowadays everybody knows that in professional bodybuilding, athletes enhance their results with performance enhancing drugs. Okay, that doesn't mean they don't work as crazy, work out, eating plans, and everything else. The average population will not achieve those kind of results even if they take those performance enhancing drugs. Okay, but the point here is that is not only for men. Even female competitors, female influencers who follow a similar protocol, similar workouts, similar lifestyle than bodybuilders. The difference is that they're just not competing, but it's pretty much the same. So I won't say like all of them. I won't say most of them. I would say there are tons of influencers that are using any sort of performance enhancing drug, okay, or performance enhancing supplement or something that boosts their results. So whatever they're doing right about exercise, about nutrition, will be boosted a lot because of those products. Lastly, I could say that in the case of women, I guess, is aesthetic procedures. Okay, aesthetic procedures to make things look better than they are in reality. Okay, some of them, I don't know the numbers. I won't say things I don't know. Okay, I won't claim things I have no numbers, but a lot of people, women, influencers, they use some kind of aesthetic procedures to look better, to fix this, to fix that, And this is now counting with technology, all right? With the technology to make them look different, even better than they do in real life. All this to say, what are you talking about this? Okay. All this to say is that the combination of genetics, performance enhancing drugs, okay, in higher or in more or less degree, and aesthetic procedures make them look much, much better. And it's not because of the workout and the eating plans, okay? I want you to understand that they look better for other reasons besides the exercise and the workout routine. So it doesn't mean that you have to follow those protocols, exercise and nutritional, to achieve the best kind of result. Okay? All right. So bottom line of this topic here is that you're not able to follow that combination. Okay? You're probably an average woman, an average mom. You don't have a crazy genetic to build muscle, to lose fat. You're not naturally muscular and lean. You don't use any kind of enhanced product, okay, to boost your results. And what else I mentioned here? And aesthetic procedures. You're probably not on those things, okay? That being said, you need a different solution. You don't need a high volume workout with high protein diet with a lot of stuff that you have no time for. I have some topics here. I don't want to get lost. Okay. So what is the solution? The solution is, number one, compare you with yourself. Okay. That's very, very important. Whenever you compare you with another person, you will always fail. You will always get frustrated. You always compare you with yourself. Okay. There is a life philosophy I like to follow, which is try to be better than yourself. 1% better than yourself every day, and you will be eventually very good at it. Maybe the best on what you're doing. Okay. So how do you compare you with yourself? Okay. There are a few things you can do that are very simple. Okay. You can even do by yourself, but I'm sure your husband or your sister or your siblings or someone can help you to do this, which is number one, take measurements. Okay. Shoulders, chest, waistline, hips, upper arm, lower arm, upper leg, and lower leg. Okay. You get a tape, you tape it up, you take measurements of your body. That's the first thing. Don't trust only on your clothes, because that's a good way to do it. Okay. I couldn't fit the jeans and I can do it now. Okay. That's a good thing. But only that is not enough. Okay. You need to take measurements. So again, shoulders, chest, waistline, hip, upper lower arm, upper lower legs. Okay. That's the first way. Take measurements at least once every 10 weeks to see if you're losing measurements. Okay. If you're losing the measurements where you want to lose the most. The second thing is body weight. Okay. But Excuse me. I'm not saying you measure your body weight once every 2 weeks, or when you remember, or on different scale. You gotta be precise. You gotta place the scale on the same spot and weight yourself at the same time, preferably without any clothes. Okay, as soon as you wake up in the morning, you go to the bathroom and you weight yourself without clothes first time in the morning. Okay, do that if you can at least twice a week, preferably every day. Okay, but you can do it twice a week. Twice a week is fine. Monday and Friday, specifically Monday and Friday. All right, body weight. The last one is maybe the most important, because this is the most honest way to evaluate your result, which is photos. Okay, take a photo, front, side, and back. You take photos. That's another thing. Same light, same location. Okay, because shadows. Look at here. I'm having shadows here on my face. Okay, if I put my face like this, it's flat. If I position like this, I have more shadows. Okay, so when it comes to the physique, if you, for example, position the light in a way that makes you look leaner, okay, and next time you do it in a different way, you might get confused. You might get frustrated. Oh my God, I look fatter than last time. Okay, but that's not the case. You're making progress. You're just having a bad light. And this is from bodybuilding. Okay, this background is from bodybuilding. When you compete in bodybuilding, you lift weights and everything, and then you show your muscles. You have to show the muscle definition, right? And you practice. Okay, besides getting in shape, building muscle, losing fat, and all, you also have to practice how to pose your body, how to show your body to the judges. Because if you don't know how to show your body, maybe another person with a worse physique than yours can win over you, because he knows how to show better what he's got. Okay, so it's very important to show your body. So this is from my bodybuilding background. Okay, you always have to look good on the photo. Okay, so that's important for you too. When you take photos, okay, position the light in the same way. For example, this light here is 45 degrees. Okay, I'm gonna take a photo. You always take a photo with the light on the same spot, so you will always have the same results. So once you see the improvements, they are real because you're taking the photo in the same way. Okay, so those are the 3 ways you can evaluate yourself: photos, measurements, and body weight. Okay, body weight Monday, Friday, photos and measurements once every 10 weeks. All right, so what else I got for you here? All right, so that being said, you're not able to follow those influencers with great physiques routines because you don't have the time. I'm almost a mom. Again, I understand you. The only time I have for me to sit, to read something, to have a tea, is only at night when my daughter goes to sleep, because when she's taking a nap, I'm working with clients, and all. I have no time at all. I wouldn't be able to follow what I used to do at the beginning when I was in my 20s, okay, going to the gym 4-5 times a week. So that's what most influencers do, and you're not able to do that. What can you do? What's the best solution for you, busy mom? Full body workouts, okay? That's the 20-minute Fit Mom protocol. Full body workouts, because it's simple. You have only one routine. You don't have to think about split 1, split 2, and 3, different splits with different exercises, complicated. Only one routine with, say, 5-7 exercises, you're done, okay? Full body workout. Single set. Another thing that makes it simple. If you're doing a full body workout when where you are pushing and pulling, for example, you're doing an overhead press, which is when you lift the weight above your head. You're doing bench press, okay, lat pull down, row, and squat. Okay, we could classify overhead press and chest press as a pushing movement. Lat pull down and row as a pulling movement, and legs. If you alternate always pushing, pulling in legs, okay, you don't need to rest between exercises. Okay, that decreases a lot of time. Okay, it saves a lot of time. And another thing that saves a lot of time and is highly effective is doing one set per exercise until muscle failure. Okay, if you do only one set until you're absolutely unable to move the weight despite the greatest effort, that means you really feel that even if you have a gun in your face, you wouldn't be able to do one more rep. You wouldn't be able to move even an inch that way. You really got to your maximum. That's muscle failure. Okay, if you do one set like that, a slow movement, 10 seconds up, 10 seconds down until you reach muscular failure, you don't need to do more than one set. Okay, so only by combining those principles, full body workout with push and pull movement alternating in a single set, decreases a regular workout, a regular influencer workout from 45 minutes an hour to 20 minutes. Okay, so that's my suggestion for you to be able to get in shape following a different advice. You've probably never seen that because that's not what most influencers do. Okay, those girls do, even because they like going to the gym. They go to the gym, they enjoy going to the gym, they take photos at the gym. Okay, a lot of things, not only workout. So they like going to the gym, but you don't have time to go to the gym, and you can do all this here at home. Okay, about nutrition, because this I always talk about this here. It doesn't matter how hard you're training, how much exercise you're doing, if you're not following the proper diet, keeping your calories under control, you're wasting your time. Okay, so you have to control your calories. All right, how do you do that? Okay, so you could use those apps that you take a photo and you track your calories. Okay, first you can use any website or something and calculate how many calories you need. Easier than that, you don't have time for that. Okay, just start with 1,500 calories a day. That's a really general recommendation, and then start decreasing. That's the easiest solution. If you want to know how to use a different method, how to track calories and macros in a different way, you need to listen or watch the episodes that I'm talking about, the list, past episodes. So take a look and you will learn how to do that. Okay? Right. So that's what I got for you guys today. Okay? There's an easier way, a time-saving way to get in shape, right, for you, for your reality. My wife lost 84 pounds, 16 inches off her waistline. Many of my clients, even clients with fitness background, they used to work out in a different way. They became a mom and they are not able to do what they used to do. And they give it a try and they had amazing results. So can you. Okay? This is my solution. I hope you like this episode. If you want to understand more about the 20-minute fit mom, 20-minute workout once or twice a week with flexible diet, just start following me, okay? And social media, 20-minute fit mom, YouTube, Spotify, Facebook, and Instagram. See you in the next one.